Okay, so this is gonna be the first video on this channel. We kind of already started this project, but I'll just kind of give a rundown of what we're doing. We bought this 12 by 32 building. It's gonna be our farm shop. I will say we are just kind of starting this homestead project. Not much has been done. So me and my fiance both have full-time jobs, and I run a beekeeping operation, so I've been pretty busy with that. We do nukes, queen bees, honey, and all that stuff. So we thought this would be a good excuse for me to have a new little office and a little farm store. So we reached out to the locals around here that kind of produce you know, jellies, jams, stuff like that. We just try to aim for more local products and no like junk like 3D printed stuff and like Scentsy ambassadors, stuff like that. So we're slowly getting this rolling, and we plan to run this strictly off of solar. I gotta find my keys here somewhere on this lanyard. Anyways, my camera's getting all fogged up. It's pretty humid here. We are in East Texas. We're off of 155 between Ore City and Gilmer. So, like I said, it gets pretty hot down here. So, this is kind of what it's looking like on the inside. It's pretty bare right now. So right now, I got a lot of my boxes and stuff hooked in. I'm not a professional electrician. I'm YouTube educated, which that's good enough. I will say YouTube has definitely helped me learn a lot of these things. Not professional, so everything's gonna look rough. Yeah, so we're not starting. I mean, we barely started it, so you guys haven't missed much. I literally just started running this, that's it. They're all 20 amp outlets, just because I plan on having 1 to 2 fridges in here, maybe, because I have a guy that does local beef and stuff like that. And eventually I like to add my own. It's pretty rough. We have about 7.5 acres out here. Entrance is up there, and it's very tight. We haul bee trucks in here. It sucks. County's kind of tough on getting that entrance extended. And it looks pretty overgrown out here. And rough. I know it's not the cleanest looking site right now, but keep in mind we have full-time jobs, and we also have pretty much a 3-month-old baby as of today. It is currently June 24th, so 6 more days and he'll be 3 months. And like I said, it's rough right now for our schedule, so we're slowly but surely. I did when I put the post out for this shop to be running, I did say October is when I like it up and running. We'll see. Like I said, we're both pretty busy. She's in jail school right now. I'm not gonna do any more info on that just because I know that job is a bit I need privacy on that. Anyways, this video I'm not gonna probably get much done. Like I said, I kind of want to give the rundown of who we are and kind of what our normal life is like. So I do have to head out around 12 to go pick up some nukes. It's 10:32 right now, so I got an hour and a half. So this lot, I purchased it a few years back. I'm from Minnesota originally, did beekeeping, come back and down and forth. I got sick of the cold, so I stayed down here. So we plan to make this into a homestead. I got most of it's cleared right now from the previous owner. I wish there were some more trees in here still, but most of it got cleared. We got a few oaks and stuff kind of around in the middle part. but the heat definitely gets to me pretty bad. Let me walk over to, and I apologize for how rough it looks out here. Like I said, I use this for a pickup lot and kind of where I run stuff out of. I do like grafting and clearing out of here. But since obviously I have a 3-month-old, Grandma, G-Ma and G-Pa watch him a lot down here. So I kind of just come in here, get my work done, then head home. So I'm planning to try to take some more time out here on the weekends to get that done. Plus, the older he gets, obviously the easier it's gonna be managed. I can eventually kind of bring him out here and be able to work with no problem. So 7.5 acres, it's a lot out here. That's the electric right there, but like I said, I'm gonna run that off solar. So we have Prime Days going on, so I just ordered a Jackery solar thing, which I did the research. It should be enough to run that, and if not, I can always bring it in and recharge it and just use a backup generator to keep fridges going in the future. So I'm not gonna walk too far down this way, so I keep a lot of my grafting hives back there and a few mating nukes, which I know I might go into depth on some of that stuff in the future, because that Hauser's Honey Farms is the business entity of that, which these two are probably separate. Like I said, I will probably be posting some of that stuff in the future, since I already have beekeeping established, and I'm not a professional by any means. Well, I mean, I'm a commercial beekeeper, so technically I am, but I know info on that, so that would probably be more of the first agriculture based videos I put out. That's one of our hauling trucks we do. I'll have to be taking that out today. You'll grab some nukes. Then I know we got some other projects. Everything, all my equipment, it's old, but I like old because it's easy for me to fix. And a lot of that stuff has gone down, of course, right at this time, which was very terrible timing. So my mower, my belt either broke off or disconnected. I just hadn't had time to go through and fix it. Hydraulics on my skid steer, seals busted on it, and I have no way of getting this off. That's stripped out. It's old. It's like a 1984, I think, but it runs good. It's a swinger is what they call it. It has a 5th wheel, so I don't tear up ground. More of a forklift mass type deal, and it's probably my favorite machine. I've tried new ones. They make like Hummer bees for beekeeping. That's what I use it mostly for, is for lifting pallets. And I didn't like those, so I just stuck with that. So, but anyways, we're gonna keep these videos focused on this build in here. So I'm probably not gonna get much done in this section here that I'm recording, just because like I said, I gotta head out around 12 to go pick up some nukes. But I just thought I'd give the rundown before we got too far into it. So like I said, I'm not a professional, so I don't need any professionals telling me how to do it. I mean advice would be helped, but don't get too mad at me, because I just do YouTube University pretty much. So we got that installed. Like I said, it's gonna be a slow and painful process. So we're just getting everything picked out for flooring. We just got some hex lights, which we thought would go with the beekeeping trend. So my fiance picked those out yesterday at Home Depot. I just have to go through and finish this wiring, then we'll get insulation up. I don't know the full order of what I need to be doing, but like I said, thank God I have YouTube to do that. So all I know is electric is usually what we need to do first. Then that solar thing should be here the next few days. Then I'll be able to test everything and make sure I can run everything. So then I'll be able to mount those panels to the roof. And the spot I chose, I just didn't want to tuck it back too far, because I already felt bad for the people delivering it with that entrance up there. And it took them a little bit. They were going pretty slow getting through here just because I said the county could not, well, I mean, just won't let us get that widened out more. So it's a process. So we got some plans here too. I know if we have customers, we're eventually gonna have to either make that 2-lane or make an access, kind of like a round type deal up here for an entrance. So you can at least see people coming off the highway if you need to, you know, get out, obviously, because I know 2 cars will not fit on that driveway side by side. So that is my plan, to make it easier for people to get in and out of here. So we'll see if that works or not. So like I said, it's gonna be a long process. So I'm gonna get ready to go pick up these nukes, and probably the next segment of this video I'll be going back to install the electric. So we'll see you then. Peace out. Okay, we're back. It's been a few days after I got that load. I needed some time to recover. Those are a bunch of nukes over there. I'm moving those tonight. I will say I did not much work at all, but just a little work on that little shed farm shop off camera. And all it was pretty much just drilling out some more studs for me to run wire. That was pretty much it, because I didn't want to record that because I was going to struggle with it, because I definitely made the holes a bit smaller, so I had to pull most of the stuff out and rerun it. Like I said, I'm not a professional by any means. All my education of that stuff comes from YouTube, so kind of same with all my other stuff. So I didn't go to college. I don't know if that's a brag or not. It's probably not, but beekeeping does okay. So I'm glad that worked out. But I'm probably gonna be doing some more work tomorrow that I'll be recording. Then I'll be cleaning up my little office as of right now, is this little camper. This was out here when we bought the property, so I just kind of use this to take my breaks pretty much. So I mean, it's got AC, running water and power and TV, so pretty much all I use it for. So right now I'm just waiting on a pickup. Then I'm gonna wait till it cools off a bit, it gets a little bit darker. I'm gonna throw them on the flatbed and bring them back to that back part. I'll probably do a little recording of that. It's not very fun to watch, I guess. It's just me picking up boxes and placing them on the ground. That's pretty much it. But tomorrow I'll be doing some more work in there, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. So okay, we're back. So I think literally probably 30 minutes after I was done recording that last segment, I went in to prep some orders for bees, and Jenna, who we just had my fiance, who we just had a baby 3 months ago, had some gallbladder troubles. So that ended up to be an ER visit and having her gallbladder removed. Then pretty much the day after she got released, we went to Branson, Missouri for the 4th of July. So I don't know how far it's been or how long it's been since the last segment. But now we're finally back and things are starting to be a bit more steady pace. Except for the fact that I had to push a bunch of orders to today, that I wasn't able to get them all fulfilled for bees since it's been storming out a decent chunk of the day. So I'm sure this has changed since last time I did this. It's kind of a mess in here now. Like I said, I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing that, but I'm going to. Yeah, it's been a mess in here. I don't know if I showed off. That is our Jackery power bank, which is supposedly supposed to run this entire thing, and I can get like add-ons for the battery pack in case. I know for a fact I need more solar panels. I have 2 right there. I think they're 200 watt, which I think I need roughly 6 to 8 for this to keep itself running. At least keep the battery from decreasing in charge. I mean, I can run it on probably 4 for like a full day of my needs of running the shop. Then take it home and charge it if needed, because with the hours, especially when we're gonna open it, I don't know how much sun we're gonna be getting prior to being closed. Plus, yeah, so that'll be a thing. So basically what I'm gonna be working on right now is trying to finish up getting my wires run. This one I need to connect to, I think just these 2 outlets. So I'm gonna be dicking around with that. Like I said, I'm not a professional by any means, so don't yell at me, please. So, okay, well, I'm gonna set this up and I'll kind of go where I'll probably do a time lapse, because I know for a fact getting this pulled was not fun for the other wires. So, okay. So I'm using the, I don't, like I said, I'm a professional. A lot of it's just YouTube. Can make it look somewhat professional. I don't think it looks too bad considering I don't do this. Under there. So I'll probably put one more at the top there. I have to run along up there. So let's see how that goes. That looks good enough to me. Now it's gonna be wiring that top up there. We'll see how that goes. I need to, ouch. I know I need a haircut. Staple there, run through this outlet, then run it back up, then run it to that one. Probably run that corner again. The only problem I'm having is getting through these corner studs, trying to get holes drilled out below for me to run wire. Which, I mean, it's obviously easier on these ones. I managed to get them drilled out over there, so I might attempt it again. Because I don't necessarily like those wires up there. Really, I don't. Just that one was pretty much impossible for me to do it. That one might be close on that corner there. The only problem is the other stud that's really close to it. So we'll see. We'll see when I get to it. But for now, I'm gonna get working on this one rather than. Now I just need to bleed that somehow. Okay. I took the step bit. I had to let this one cool off while I got a new battery in it, because the battery died on this because it overheated, because it's starting to get a bit hot in here now. So yeah, I got them started. So it's pretty much gonna be smooth sailing. So I just gotta ream them out with this bit. I might have taken them outside. Oh, no, they're stuck on them. Okay, I kind of got the gist of it. So this isn't the permanent spot for this right now. I'm just doing this to test to make sure everything works prior, because I think I'm gonna have to pull this panel out a bit. I'm probably gonna run this a bit farther down here. But I just want to do this prior, because I know we want to get power in here while we're doing some things. Because what I can do is I can work insulation and kind of the siding around here till we get to here. Then I can mess with it. I just know the sooner I have that in here in Texas, the better. So all I'm going to be doing is taking a wire nut. And with these transfers, they're like wire, like they're numbered or lettered. So these correspond, I only have these 3 breakers hooked up on this, so it's gonna be going to these 3 breakers. And I'm not too worried about how they go right now, but I think all I do is just connect the black wire to the black wire from that circuit, then insert the red wire in. That's what YouTube told me. Let me go grab the hub. I'm gonna take a little break, get a new battery in, call Jenna, let her know I'm still alive. I think all I have to do left is connect the ground wire on that. And the neutral, and I'm pretty sure that is ready to go. So, we're gonna test that out here. I'm gonna go do some research if I need to have all, that was really close. I'm gonna do some research and see if I need to have all my outlets and stuff on there prior to me trying to test it. I'm sure I do, and I know it probably sounds dumb that I'm asking, but I'm gonna do that because that might save me some time messing around with all these other outlets. So, okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, forgot to turn it on for the other two. The two outlets, Jesus Christ, my head is so fried. Anyways, I got that one wired. And the other ones, those are just the end of the circuits. I only did those because they're easier to do. I don't have to pigtail a ground wire. So I'll do this one on camera. This isn't a tutorial, by the way. Where did I put my splice? Oh. Not a tutorial. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just showing you the process so you guys understand how much stuff goes into this. That's the right one, right about there. Gosh, these ones are so much easier to strip. Okay. And these outlets are probably the easiest I've seen for installation. All it is you just clip. You still have to pigtail your ground wire, but which I don't know why they just didn't install like that. I know I'm gonna have to take these out later to obviously install all my siding and stuff, but let's see. I know it's being difficult because I have so much extra wire in there. I'm not even gonna sink these down all the way. That's just gonna sink like that. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do the rest of the outlets on off camera because that's boring to watch. And I think me doing that little speed thingy with it is gonna be very slow. So it's probably not gonna be that entertaining to watch. So next, once I get those in, I'll do the power test and see if it works. I hope it works. Then tomorrow I'll probably be working more on the lights, testing that out, and getting the solar panels hooked to the roof and routing that. So that'll should be soon me getting the solar hooked up to the transfer. Hopefully that all works. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, it is the next day. All the power and stuff works, but I was doing some research last night, and if I'm running it strictly off solar, I technically don't need that main breaker. And the panel itself costed roughly 200 bucks. And I know we plan to have a house built out on this location here. That's probably the size panel I'm planning on using, so I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna probably reroute everything to the ProTrans. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here. I'm probably not gonna video it. I'll just do a little before and after of it. I know lighting in here is so bad right now. yeah, this is all on this panel and it's hooked into that. So I'm gonna mess around and do that here. So we'll see you guys when it's done. Okay, so we did just a tiny tad bit of work off camera. Jenna popped over and helped with that. We got this light up. That's one of two. That was Jenna's idea. It's pretty nice. And breaker panel power is not going as expected, so I'm doing some more research on that. But I figured I have everything wired, and I know for a fact it's not my wires to the outlets, it's some with the panel. Some with the trans for switch and not having a main line hooked up. So I'm gonna figure that out. But we started doing some insulation. Like I said, we're not professional carpenters, so, but it'll work out. Yeah, so we're gonna try to do some more insulation tomorrow, I hope, if it's not too hot. Because I think the more insulation I get in here, the easier it will be on the AC to run it, and I won't drain my power bank as much. So I think we got the perfect amount of rolls to get all of the walls done. Then we have to do the ceiling as well. So we'll see how that goes. That'll probably be just a few bags more. That should cover it. But yeah, so not much progress. It looks like a lot, but really it's not. I think it's just because we have a light in here and you can actually see. But we'll do some more insulation tomorrow. Probably record a bit of that because that actually seems to be the only thing that's going super smooth is the insulation. But we'll probably hook up the other light. Probably won't, well, we could power it too. We'll see. So I think it's supposed to be muggy tomorrow and not too hot, so it should be bearable to work in here. Then we're gonna probably bounce off some plans of what to do with that lofted area up there. I mean, there's really not much space up there. I think the only idea I had in mind was maybe running lights in there, which I don't even want to think about it because obviously I don't have any damn power in here anyway. So it's like, what's the point of doing it right now? I'll get it figured out though. Like I said, YouTube University is helping me out figure that out. So we'll do some more research tomorrow before we head over here because me and Jenna went to Bubba's 33 and I had a few drinks and now I have to polish off a bapple or two. So she drove separate out here. So she's gonna drive me home and be my DD. So we'll probably be out here around sometime before noon tomorrow, I hope. Because we gotta go home, get Stetson in bed. And yeah, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully it goes a bit smoother than the past few days. So peace out. What time is it? Probably around noonish. It's supposed to be kind of overcast. The sun's kind of down right now, but I mean it's still just humid. So we're gonna start on some insulation here. See how sweaty I am already? That means it's really hot. Based off my math, I figured each one of these rolls covers 4 spacings between these studs. So I'll get that corner probably. I'm gonna probably go grab a water and see how Jen is doing. She's got Stetson and they're just roaming around somewhere out here. They probably went inside by now. And actually what I'm gonna do is probably put my boots on, because I can feel it in my shoes. I'm wearing Crocs. So let me go grab that real quick. Okay, we're back, and obviously you can see most of the installation's done. I just thought this bit was probably really boring because it's taking me a decent amount of time. And I'm not wearing the appropriate clothes, so I'm taking a break to go itch myself every once in a while, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I just have some, I got a few slots there. I think I just got just enough for the walls. I'm probably gonna run to Home Depot today, get the measurements for the ceiling ones, because I know these are spaced out differently compared to these. Well, I think these were spaced out roughly 12 to 16, these studs, and the trusses are, I don't know, I have to measure them. So that is almost done. Then we'll probably, I'm trying to think of the order I should do this. My electrical system took a shit. I'm sure I already said that prior, so I got the right stuff to do that now. And it's basically because this transfer switch I have down here, it needs to be hooked up to the grid for it to work. I don't know the full science. I did not really comprehend anytime I was looking it up, all the words. I saw them, but I just don't remember them off the top of my head. So, oh, my throat's starting to get scratchy. Let me go outside for a second. But we got to do a separate inlet box, then get it's some type of breaker box, and it's smaller. It's a 125 amp, which I don't know why I got the 200 amp in the first place, because I knew I wasn't gonna be using that, because I think the max that Jackery can feed is 30 amp, which that's all I need necessarily, because we're not, the biggest thing we would run in there is possibly a fridge, and I don't think that takes too much. I know I need more solar panels. I think roughly 6, and I have 2. That'll be another project though, because right now I'm just recharging the bank at night, then bring it in here to run up the AC. The AC is running a lot better with the insulation I have in, I will say. Once you get, the roof or the truss, whatever you want to call it, I'm not a contractor by any means, so I don't know the terminology. Once you get that set in place, it should be a lot better. So, but the next thing I have to do is, once you get this insulation on the walls, I have to hardwire that light, then set up the other one, which is going to be roughly in this vicinity, because I don't want it like super bright, plus we're planning on going with white siding and maybe have some like darker wood trim, like baseboard trim type deal is my idea. I don't know, I haven't talked to the boss, Jenna, so we'll see. But as of right now, she wants just kind of the white siding, which I think they'll brighten it up in here a bit better. I didn't really want to do LED lights, just because really they're not, I know they're the most efficient obviously, but they're not necessarily the best for people really, because all the blinking and all that stuff. I really don't, they look cool and all, because it's hard to find any amber lights that are somewhat efficient, so we just went with that. Jenna picked out the lights, so they look pretty cool, I will say, but I gotta figure out, I'm probably gonna put it on a separate circuit, because I was not thinking that through prior to me putting in the outlets. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is somehow, that's where I'm starting it, there, I'm gonna put it on one switch, which is gonna be in this corner, which sucks because the door is there. But I think we get enough natural light to where that should be fine. Otherwise, really, these do dim. So I might just keep these running since they don't pull much power off, and just dim them at night when this is supposedly closed, and just let that run. So that should be good. But then I have to figure out how to wire from there, which I'm sure I'm just gonna have to I don't know. I have to do more research on that prior to me messing with that. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I mean, otherwise I could just run extensions, but I don't think Jenna would like that. And I won't like it either because I don't think it'll look that clean. I want it somewhat clean looking in here. Especially since we had this building shipped in. So, I mean, if I can make the inside look clean and brag at least half of it being on my part, that's cool. So yeah. So I'm gonna finish the rest of the wall insulation, then probably charge up this battery, it's running low. I'm gonna finish up this insulation in here, then do some research on how I need to run these lights. I ordered off Home Depot what I need to make the power work actually. I mean, this is ran off an extension, and AC is just plugged straight to the jack right now. So yeah, but I'm not gonna record this because it's taken me a long time to do this, and it's not that fun watching, in my opinion, because I know I'm not doing it right. I think the plywood, then the interior siding, probably just do like a time lapse of it, because I think that'll actually be somewhat entertaining to watch. Because right, I mean, the insulation, I mean, it obviously makes it look different, but it's kind of boring. I mean, and if you guys are watching this tutorial, it's not a tutorial on how to build stuff, because like I said, I'm not a contractor. I barely know what I'm doing. It's been a lot of YouTube. But I mean, the gist of this is just putting it in, then stapling it. I mean, you have to do research on what you need for fitting. I didn't get the fancy insulation here because we're in Texas, and this is probably enough I need. I know winter time it'll be okay too. It's just I don't really need any fancy stuff, and this isn't like a super fancy building, really. It's not. But it'll make do, really. So yeah. So I'm gonna finish the installation. I'll probably run to Home Depot today and start the installation on the ceilings. And I might just cut it off here for this video. So we'll do this like a little series. I don't know how many videos or episodes, I don't know what we're gonna call it, episodes or videos, it's gonna take for us to finish this. I think the hardest part for me was the wiring. That's scary stuff in my opinion. I know it's probably simple once you get the know-how of it. I feel like I'm a little bit experienced, not necessarily. I mean, I used to work for we did wiring, and all was just running it through and making sure it's hooked up to the right stuff. So kinda not a novice. So yeah, okay. Well, I'll stop taking you guys' time. I know I kind of yap a lot. So we'll see you guys in the next video. We'll probably start off with the installation up there. I'll just kind of show probably halfway when we're done when we start on it. Just because, like I said, it's not that fun to watch in my opinion. So all right. We'll see you guys in the next video. I hope this was somewhat entertaining. It should get more entertaining once it becomes better. So see you guys later.